Welcome to the stream, or I don't think there's anyone here right now, but that's okay. So since this will be a video later, hi, my name is Zojie Raine, and this is my debut of my VTuber model. I think I'm pretty cute, right? So yeah, today I just wanted to answer some questions, and just because I thought it would be a fun way to kick off the VTube debut. And so I guess since there's no one here to hi, Kleist, is that how you pronounce it? I'm horrible with pronunciation. But hi, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm just gonna be answering some questions, and if you have one, every so often I'll check the chat and see if anyone else is wanting to ask anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into it now and make sure I can still see the chat over here at the same time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I wanted to change it to look a little bit more like me in real life, since sometimes I do stream as the real me too. So I just wanted to just kind of make it represent me a little bit better. And I like the way that she came out. It was so many little tiny pieces of trying to get the colors right and everything. So yeah, I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so the first question I have here is, oh wait, before I start, is the volume okay? Let me just check that, because last time I was talking for a long time and no one could even hear me. So maybe I'll just turn the music down just a little bit, because I know I talk kind of quiet. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first one will be, if you could visit any fictional world, where would you go? For me, probably Animal Crossing. I'm not gonna lie, it just seems like such a chill time. And I could just spend my days catching fish and bugs and making a living off of that. That sounds pretty great, not gonna lie. And there is Tom Nook to worry about, but I mean, at least, you know, I can always rely on there being bugs and fish for me to catch. And the second one is, I'm just like trying to get this window to be where I want it to be, because it's like not exactly. Okay, here we go. What's the weirdest food combination you've ever tried? Probably bananas with beans and rice in El Salvador. It was interesting for sure, but not terrible. There were a lot worse combinations that I tried when I was there that I kind of blocked out from my memory because it was not a fun time, and I kind of like, I was there with my school and I didn't have a choice really in what I was eating, so yeah. But Tom Nook is the GOAT. Who else gives you a house and lets you pay with beetles and fruit, right? That's amazing. And shout out to the little guys, Nook's Cranny, for buying all that random nature stuff. Like, that is just, why doesn't that exist in real life, where somebody just buys bugs? I mean, I know that does exist probably, but it's just way more complicated than it sounds, I think. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be? Oh God. I mean, obviously I'd pick my dad, since he passed away some years ago and I'd love to see him again. And then other than that, I'd pick, you know, honestly, I'd probably pick a nameless man and a nameless woman from history that still could speak English enough that I'd understand them, and just ask them what they did all day and ask them to share their experiences and share mine too with them, because there's just something so comforting to me about the simplicity of their lives hundreds of years ago. I often read old journals of nameless people in history because their lives were just super simple, and it's really comforting to me. I would also really enjoy telling them about and showing them like technology, but I mean, I'm sure that they probably would freak out and want to burn me. But I mean, you know, that's such a vibe. Yeah. What's your favorite meme or viral video? Definitely Big Yoshi by Donkey. If I'm having a bad day, that video cheers me up. It's become a timeless classic. I quote it all the time. Like the part where he's like, yeah, he's sitting there. All of Donkey's vids are great, but that one just has a special place in my heart. That's such a vibe. Well, not the burning you like a wish part though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like sometimes I like, if I'm having like anxiety, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna read some teacher's journal from the 1800s, and like, because they're all available online. Like you can actually just go and read like tons of different journals from just like random people that they've found and recovered, and they even like transcribe them so that you don't have to try to read their handwriting. And honestly, it's just nice. If you were a character in a video game, what would your special ability be? Endless audiobook potential. Yeah, exactly. But in regards to the question, I think if I were a character in a video game, I probably would be a musical support character, like a singing character, maybe, kind of like Robin in Honkai Star Rail, where she sings and everybody gets like a follow-up attack boost and some other things. I'm pretty sure. The what if Kirby ate you, what power would you get? Oh, if Kirby ate me, he would get he'd get autism and ADHD, and he would also get he would have a latent ability to focus on pretty much nothing but his special interests at one time. And that would, most of the time it is music and singing, but sometimes it's other things too. I like doing a variety of different things, especially when I get frustrated with technology and having to figure out all this stuff. That could just get overwhelming, so sometimes I'll switch to something else. What's the most unusual talent you have? Okay, so sometimes, like, I don't think anyone will believe me, and I honestly don't blame anyone for not, but my gut feeling I have, the same one that most people get when something feels either really meant to be or really wrong, is just really heightened to the point of being able to see like a few little nanoseconds into the future. It's kind of like a superpower, and I don't know if this is something everyone can do, or if it's because I'm hyper vigilant and always paying attention to every little tiny thing happening around me. But like, for example, yesterday I was walking on a track and some kids were playing soccer kind of far away, and I got this gut feeling that the ball was gonna fly over to me, and I instinctually slowed down my pace to avoid getting hit, and luckily I did, because it literally happened half a second later. And I wasn't even looking at the field to see anyone about to kick it or anything. It was just a gut feeling. I don't know. I get these all the time, and they're always right, so I've learned to just listen to that feeling. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? And also, feel free to answer for yourself in the chat as well. For any of these questions, any of the previous ones or current ones. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be? I would want to learn technology better, just in general, like hardware and software knowledge just instantly in my brain. I don't want to take the time to learn it really, but doing technical stuff gets hard for me sometimes. And I basically have zero discipline to learn it unless I need it for something that I'm interested in. So I pretty much just Google how to do everything, or well, now I use Microsoft Copilot to help with literally all the stuff that I don't really understand how to do. I really only use any technology as a means to be creative or do the thing I want to do. I do not enjoy any part of the process of having to overcome all the barriers, like being a musician and spending my childhood learning how to play piano and music theory and singing and all the concerts I did. And like today, nope, not enough. You also have to know how to mix and master all your tracks and do everything for yourself, or it's gonna cost $1 bajillion. And you also have to look good and compete with 1 million other people. Have fun. Like, yeah, it sucks having to learn all that extra stuff. I just want to do the creating part and never touch a computer again. I think if I had a lot of money, the first thing I do, well, after taking care of some other personal things, of course, is hire people to help me mix and master my tracks and edit videos. All this stuff that I don't really like to do, but I just do it because it's just a necessary piece of the puzzle. Let's see. Whoa, real life precognition powers. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't really heard anyone say that they can do that, but I mean, I just feel like it probably is possible for other people to do too. They just haven't, maybe they're just like not hyper vigilant enough. I don't know, but sometimes, and it doesn't happen all the time, just if I need, like if I get that gut feeling, it's just like really strong and I can react like quicker for some reason. Split between language or music, or maybe like actually draw how I imagine. Yeah, that's actually a really big issue for me too. I have a hard time sometimes like getting out stuff in my head that I'm thinking of. Like I'll be seeing Picasso and then draw like a kindergarten Dora the Explorer picture or something. Oh, I'd love to be able to edit stuff for the folks I follow if I had any skill to do it. Ha. Yeah. It's it actually, like, I actually know how to do it. I just don't like it. It's very tedious. And I also I don't really like hearing my own voice back at me like a million billion times. I think if I was doing it like for money for someone else, I think it might make it a little easier, but I don't really like doing it for my videos because it's like, I don't know, it's weird. What's the funniest thing that has happened to you recently? This isn't really funny, but I vastly underestimated my paid time off, and now I literally have less than $10 in my bank account for like the next entire week. And I spent my last $40 on slime because I swear it'll fix me, okay? Like, I keep like, whoa. I keep breaking all my fidget toys, so I need something that isn't gonna break, which is like pretty much all of them at this point, and I've broken so many that it's just kind of, yeah. If you could be any animal for a day, which one would you choose and why? Ooh, I definitely would want to be a crow, I think, and get to fly. I just think that would be so amazing. Crows seem like they live a pretty chill life, and they're also really smart too, so if I were a crow, I could probably fly and actually appreciate it. So I think that would be cool. Let's check the chat. Crow or bear? Easy, chill, and beat other people's problems. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I love crows, and yeah, bears are like nature's perfect predator. So you would get to be, I guess, other than humans, because we could just use tools really, really, really good. What's your go-to karaoke song? This might be really, really surprising, but back in college, I used to sing a lot of jazz. So Come Fly With Me by, I think originally Frank Sinatra sang it, but Come Fly With Me is still my go-to favorite to sing. I prefer the Michael Bublé version because it's in a better key for me, but honestly, like, you know, the song is solid either way. Yeah, jazz. I studied a lot of jazz in college, and I really liked it. I played in a jazz ensemble and stuff. If you could design your own video game, what would it be about? I definitely would make a cozy game similar to Animal Crossing, but with a better island editing system. I don't really get why this hasn't been done yet, because I don't know, I pretty much just want the exact same game but with just better editing, so you could basically just emulate the Animal Crossing game but create your own unique characters to avoid copyright issues, obviously, and then just make the editing system more like a menu instead of a gameplay mode, so you could quickly build the tiers and stuff. Basically, I would like to make knockoff Animal Crossing with similar cute graphics, more character customization options, and a more efficient landscaping system, because my hands were literally sore after building on my island forever, and to be able to craft more than one thing at a time, god, that also was just so annoying. But I really love Animal Crossing, and I wish there were more games like it that were actually good, but there just isn't really. And before you say Stardew Valley, that game is amazing, but it's its own thing. It's can't even really be compared. It doesn't run in real time like Animal Crossing does. There's like a fight system. Like, there's just they're too different to compare. And any other ones I've tried have just been so disappointing. Like, I don't know, overall, I just make more games, more cozy games. Oh, I had so many ideas the other month, but like Pokemon, but like as a civilian, less battling, more Animal Crossing. Ooh, that sounds really fun, honestly. I would play that. Facts, the terraforming system was super stinky. Yeah, it really, like, it just doesn't make sense that it was just one at a time like that. Like, I don't know, I just feel like you should have been able to do it like faster, like in a row. Like, even just like holding down A and like moving the stick. Like, what's so hard about that, Nintendo? Come on, you guys are making lots of money. You could just, can you just make it next time a little easier, please? What's your dream cosplay outfit? I mean, right now, my dream is to practically make every Erza outfit from Fairy Tail. That would be really amazing. Although I don't even think I have room in my closet for all of that. But I still haven't seen anything that makes me want to like go into a hyper focus fit and make the cosplay. Like, I love cosplay, but I'm not sure why right now. I'm just kind of in a slump, I guess. I'd like to do Kokomi from Genshin at some point too, because she's just so pretty and I love the colors and everything. Like, she's awesome. It's super weird because in the Animal Crossing DLC, you could go into the guy. You could go into guy in the sky mode, and they never brought that over. Oh yeah, I honestly didn't even know that there was a DLC. Is that from like old Animal Crossing maybe? Because I honestly I played one Animal Crossing on the GameCube, but I didn't really have that much access to video games as a kid, so I don't really remember much about it. I never cosplayed, but I've always wanted to build armor stuff. Like stuff from Monster Hunter. Yeah, you can build foam, or you can make armor from foam sculpting, which honestly looks really fun. I've only done a little bit of it, but I haven't made anything crazy, but I did sort of do some foam sculpting for Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess armor. Nah, that was for New Horizons. You'd go to these islands and design houses for villagers. Oh, Animal Crossing for the GameCube was my jam. Yeah, I remember playing it a little bit. Oh yeah, the DLC. Yeah, that's right. I did do that. It's just been kind of a long time because I was really obsessed with Animal Crossing, both during the pandemic and after it. But the saddest thing in the world is that I ended up completely dismantling my original island because I wanted to rebuild it. I wanted to make like a different style, and then it just got like to be so overwhelming that I just completely like abandoned it. So there's like all these characters just living on like a flat island with nothing on it pretty much. I feel bad for I feel the worst for my little penguin guy. Cube was his name. He was so cute and I just really loved him, and it's sad that he's just in a big open field with nothing. Lol, same. Come on, Nintendo, drop Switch 2 with a new Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh, I would love that. I would be all about it. It actually comes out in March, which is around my birthday. So I would love to get a Switch 2 for my birthday. Switch is actually the only console other than PC that I will really play, because I feel like it's the only one that's worth it to like have a whole separate system for it. Because anything else you can pretty much play on PC now. There's not any exclusives that I feel like I really need. Other than, I actually do still have a PS4 because I got it specifically to play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it came out, because I waited for years, 10 years, 12 years, I can't even remember. But that was an amazing, like, I don't think anyone else that I knew really cared about it. Actually, I did have one coworker that came to GameStop for the release. There was only like 4 people. But it was awesome. Okay, if you could create a new holiday, what would it celebrate and how would people celebrate it? Oh, that's like kind of a hard one. Oh, whoa, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, the only reason I would get a PS5 would be for Kingdom Hearts 4, right? Exactly. I 100% agree. And I don't know, like, I may just like rent it or something so I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. You used to be able to do that, but I haven't even like been in that situation in a really long time. Oh yeah, holiday. The new holiday. I mean, I think a fun new holiday would be PMS Appreciation Day. It is not once a year. It is actually every month. And to celebrate, every menstruating individual gets chocolates and 3 days paid time off on the day that they start their period. Because everyone knows the first few days are the worst of it. For most people anyway. God, it would just also be so funny to see the companies scrambling on how to best implement this new policy every month. Like, like, it's almost like, yeah, the workplace wasn't made for everyone, isn't it? Anyways, moving on. What's your favorite way to unwind after a long day? Lo-fi music, tea, a nap, and creating something. Whether that's working on a track, or cosplay, or making jewelry, or coloring, or even just singing for the fun of it. I also like to spend time playing with my cat. When I usually, like, as soon as I get home, I usually do that. And that's kind of a nice way to kind of go into like a more chill mode, because then she just wants to nap after, and I'm always like down for that. New holiday. I'd make a blockbuster Remembrance Day. We all celebrate the arts midwinter, because winter's the best. Wow, your favorite season is winter? I don't really meet a lot of people whose favorite season is winter. Most people like fall or summer the most, I think. I would say out of all of them. I don't know. I appreciate some things about winter, but where I live, winter is kind of harsh and it lasts for a really long time, it feels like. And I get really cold and it's not really my favorite. I kind of wish it was like, I wish that summer was like longer where I live, but it's kind of not. Oh no, my light turned off. I gotta turn it back on because if I don't, the camera might not be able to see me as well. There we go. I switch between fall because it's perfect for sweater and shorts. Yeah, I really like fall a lot. I just wish it lasted a little bit longer because it feels too short. And, you know, like I didn't get enough pumpkin time. I didn't get enough soup season. I didn't get enough Lord of the Rings extended edition soup and homemade cornbread. I didn't get enough of second breakfast. I didn't get enough. It's over too quickly. I didn't get enough spooky time. I didn't get enough of any of that. But winter seems like it goes on forever where I live. And it's just kind of like after February, I'm like, okay, chop, time to get warm now. But I do appreciate it during the holidays. And like, I do like the excuse of staying inside and just kind of playing games and stuff. Like that's usually when I would do a Stardew Valley replay or something. If you could have any mythical creature as a pet, which one would you choose? Probably a dragon. Dracarys. Nah, I would only use it for good intentions, but like that would be so interesting to try to have something that large in the modern world, and trying to feed it would be crazy expensive. But this is hypothetical, so I guess the details don't really matter, so I'm sticking with it. We're going with dragon. What's the most creative project you've ever worked on? The most creative? I don't know. It depends on what you mean by creative. I'm thinking of it like the most wacky, wild thing that just shouldn't have even happened in the first place. And I'm not sure there is a thing like that. I'm sure there is actually. I'm sure there is a thing like that. I'm just not thinking of it right now. But maybe it'll come to me later. I guess like the first thing that that popped in my head was the time that my mom and I made me a Halloween costume when I was a kid. She dressed me up as a Christmas tree for Halloween. That is like such a funny and creative costume to wear as a kid, I think, or really for anyone, any age, doesn't matter. But yeah, that that kind of, or like, and she also used to make me, like when I was in plays and stuff, she made me like a cat costume with like a band-aid tail. Wow, my mom's actually really good at cosplay, and maybe that's why I like cosplay, because I was always dressing up in something. If you could live, oh wait, runs in the family, that's so cute. Yeah, it definitely does. My dad was a pretty well-known musician, and yeah, he was like probably my biggest inspiration. And then my mom also does, like, she has like pretty good music chops too. She just never did it professionally or anything. But my mom's always been really good with like crafting and like making costumes and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I kind of do both of those things. I think that my parents are more of an influence maybe than I kind of thought about before. If you could live in any historical era, which one would you choose and why? I honestly can't imagine living in any other era. I don't think I'd want to live in the past. That would be so nuts to not have even explored the planet yet. Like, can you just imagine having unexplored entire continents out there with people that you've never seen, and you just don't even know what's even over there? What our ancestors went through, and then they just rolled on up and they were like, yep, this is ours now, and fought about it. And like, that's just crazy when you think about it. I can't even imagine that even the ocean floor is relatively decently mapped now from satellites, and there's a project going on right now, I think, still to map all the ocean floors. I think by like in the next couple years, or maybe it's already like almost done, but I don't know. That doesn't count really, because we can't live on the ocean floor, obviously. It's good to know what's going on down there though, for science reasons. But yeah, like to live in a time where you just didn't know anything about anything. You didn't know what bacteria were. You didn't know there were tiny little creatures you can't see. Like, that's just absolute madness to me. So I wouldn't want to live back then. As cool as it would be to see nature in its full force, I think some people forget that nature is scary AF and always trying to unalive you. Like, it's cute to say shit like, let's disappear into the woods and get captured by fairies. That's definitely an aesthetic. That is a vibe, but that's not something you'd want to do even today, let alone any other time in history before technology. I will stay right here because I also don't know what dystopian BS awaits in the future either, so better off staying where I am. Thank you. Whoops, 1400s. Looks like it's pirate time. Oh, I guess send me to like ancient Greek time and call me Dr. Stone. You're very brave. I would be terrified to live during that time. What's your favorite thing about creating music? Honestly, for me, music is like my outlet. Like, it's really relaxing for me, and I can express myself in ways that I feel like I can't any other way. Although, like I said earlier, sometimes I struggle to get out what I'm thinking of in my head, and that's always frustrated me. Like, whether it be music or basic conversations or art, like the absolute masterpiece I want to create and am seeing or hearing mentally just gets stuck on its way out and ends up looking or sounding like the most ABC 1 2 3 shit ever. Or something. Like, it literally sucks so much, and it's been rough. I even tried to write a song about it once, I think, where I just can't get the thing out that I'm experiencing internally. But the few times when I can, it is really satisfying, and it feels like I can finally be heard. And I want to make other people feel that way too, because as someone who has been completely misunderstood their entire life by literally everyone at one point or another, it's amazing when someone finally does understand your intentions and everything you meant, and when you finally like make that thing that you were seeing or hearing, or that you, yeah. If you could write a book, what genre would it be, and what would it be about? I mean, I could write a book if I wanted to, I guess. And I've thought about it a couple of times, because I was like always the top English student in every class I've ever taken. It would probably be about my experiences as a gifted child and just how much that all sucked, and being a girl on top of that kind of reduced my chances of success overall. Like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with space. Like, I wanted to learn everything about it, but I was more encouraged to look pretty and to do other things. And people said, oh, well, you know, being an astronaut is dangerous. And it wasn't even really my parents. It was just everything and everyone. It was just something that just kind of, like, that boys were more encouraged to do. And I remember the feeling of just kind of being discouraged from things in general that, like, you know, like, were boy things back then. I think that sort of thing happens way less often now, which is good, but I'm sure it still happens for a lot of kids out there. So if any kids ever see this, don't let people discourage you from your dream based on your gender. That's literally the dumbest thing ever. Boo, people live your dream, go to space. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even, like, the only career I knew about about space when I was 5 years old was astronauts. I didn't know about all the, like, many other things that you could do. And I was like, oh, going to space is, like, really, then, like, everyone was like, no, you don't want to do that. Going to space is dangerous. You're too pretty to go to space. You don't need to do that. And then, like, I don't know, it just was discouraging. But there were a lot of other things I could have done. And, yeah. But then, like, I look at somebody like Elon Musk, who I actually am the same, like, Myers-Briggs type as him. Like, we're both INTJs. I'm a very calculative thinker. And, you know, like, I was really interested in all that stuff. And you know what? He was encouraged because he was a boy. And, like, they encourage boys to do things like that. They don't encourage girls to do things like that. And that sucks. I could have been the next generation Elon Musk, and I could have probably done it even better. But you know what? I'll settle for making people happy and, like, doing what I love. I think a lot of good will still come from that too. Because I'm kind of beyond that point now where I'm too tired for all that school and math. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's the most inspiring piece of art or music you've ever encountered? Nothing's really coming to mind, but I mean, my dad is definitely the biggest inspiration for my music. Like, I started playing piano when I was like literally 2 years old, kind of like copying him, and That's kind of like where it all started from. So, I mean, I guess that would be the most inspiring because it actually inspired me to play and to continue with it for really my whole life. And then as soon as I was old enough to do lessons, I started taking lessons. Though I did learn to read music, but I didn't really like it, and I still don't. Like, I can read music, but I don't really like to. I'd rather use Nashville numbers or like chord charts because that makes the most sense to me, to my brain anyway. Like, I just feel like the whole system of music is, I don't know, it's just like weird to me. Like, the way it's all laid out doesn't really make that much sense to my brain. I feel like it could be better. It could have been made better. And I'm just kind of like, why are we still using this? And I used to think that when I was a kid. I was like, why do we use this system? And the teacher would just be like, I don't know. Why are you asking? Stop asking me questions that I don't know the answer to. Yeah, teachers didn't like me very much because I was always asking a lot of questions. All right. Next question is the About You section. So, oh, yeah, this kid's too smart. RIP teachers, literally. Yeah, I ended up being homeschooled. I think that's really funny in retrospect. It wasn't me. The teachers couldn't handle this. They couldn't handle my level of dissecting every single thing apart. All right, so these are the About Me questions. What inspired you to become a VTuber? I've always been interested in VTubing, to be honest, but the technical aspect of it kept me from doing it for a long time. But I've been interested in it ever since I saw Shy Lily. Shy Lily is probably my favorite VTuber that I watch semi-regularly. And I also just feel a lot more comfortable streaming as the character. Since I've been doing it for the past 45 minutes, like, I feel more comfortable than I do my IRL self, mostly because I don't have to have super bright lights in my face, so people can see me, because I don't really have like the best webcam camera, so I have to have like lots of lights, and it gives me a headache after a while. Like, even just like 30 minutes, like, I get a headache. And so yeah, I really like this a lot better. It's been a way easier on my eyes. Can you tell us a bit about your VTuber character? Zojie is me. I designed her to be myself, and like, as much as my skill allows currently anyway, and in a way that is like aesthetically pleasing. But you'll probably definitely see updates as I keep using this character over time and as I learn more about rigging. Because right now, I actually don't have, you may have noticed, but I can't move my hands. I've been moving them in real life, but I actually can't, unfortunately, show it yet because they are not rigged. But actually, I will show you the whole thing so you can see. Oh wait, the screen doesn't let me because but oh no, here we go. So this is the whole thing with the little mismatched shoes. So yeah, eventually I will learn how to do that, and my big dream is to be able to play Beat Saber as my VTube character. I don't even know if anyone has done that yet, because I don't know that I've seen anyone. I've seen avatars, but I've never seen anyone use their VTube character yet, but that would be just actual goals. Hand trackers are tricky too. Yeah, I actually have a hand tracker already that works really well, but it just has to be all linked up, and I'm kind of like, huh? Yeah. Very cool outfit. Thank you. Yeah, I really like the colors because I'm naturally a redhead, but I also really like pink, and I really like purple and blue as well. And I also I like orange a lot, and I like having orange hair IRL. It's both professional and fun at the same time, and that's what I really like about it. Um, what are your hobbies and interests outside of streaming? Obviously, singing and cosplay. I've been singing and playing music basically forever. I grew up playing in bands and ensembles and singing in bands and choirs, and I've also done a lot of theater as well. I've even voice acted a handful of times. I like to write music and sing, and I obviously love cosplay and like sewing clothes, and I like to make stuff like jewelry, and I like coloring a lot too. I'm not really the best at drawing, and I don't particularly enjoy like form drawing and stuff, but I love the coloring part. Do you have any pets? I have several aquariums. I love fish. They're just the perfect pets, and they're so much smarter and more fun than people generally think. People say like, oh, you can't pet a fish. And I'm just like, actually, sometimes when I'm cleaning their tank, they like literally won't leave me alone because they want to snuggle my hand. So I would say, well, it's like probably not great to just stick your hands into the tank to just like pet them whenever you want. There are definitely times where you definitely do pet your fish, and it also depends on what kind of fish it is and like how resilient the fishes are. But yeah, and I also have a cat named Ellie, and she's 12 years old. I've had her literally forever. She's just a little orange cat, and yeah, we've just been pals for a long time. She's like moved across the country with me. She's been through it all with me. She's definitely like the millennial young adults, very adaptive cat. She's lived with lots of people and pets, and just, yeah, it's just been a crazy time. But yeah, I love her. She's the cute kitty. She's really loud though, but it is cute sometimes. What's your favorite food? Potatoes. Just anything potatoes is great. French fries, hash browns, baked, scalloped, all of it. I think mac and cheese is probably a close second. And recently I also discovered that I really like peanut butter and honey sandwiches better than peanut butter and jelly. I know it sounds like I'm probably like eating like a toddler, but I do actually eat vegetables and stuff too. But, you know, like as far as like the food I'm actually looking forward to, that's my favorite. It's definitely it's either potatoes or mac and cheese or chicken nuggets or peanut butter and honey sandwiches now. As of yesterday was the first time I tried it, and honestly, it's amazing. If you've never had it, go make one right now. But yeah, I'm not opposed to trying new foods. I'm not like, I haven't really historically been a super picky eater, but I definitely have strong preferences. Potato, the most versatile veggie ever? Yeah, for real. I love potatoes. I'll try anything at least once. I'll try most things at least once, but if it's like obviously really gross, like fried bugs or something, I'm not gonna eat it, respectfully. Like I can't really get over that. Like maybe if it were like I don't know. It would have to be really packaged, like something else that I'm familiar with or something. And maybe I would try it, but I can't get over it. Like, I know other people eat them, and like, you know, humans have eaten them for thousands of years and stuff, like across history, and that people still eat them today, and that they're totally fine and really good for you. Logically, I understand that, but I just can't really get over the conditioning of like bug icky. Do not eat. Never mind, maybe anything once, respectfully. Yeah, I'll stick to cinnamon buns. Oh, I love a good cinnamon bun. I actually have cinnamon roll ingredients I could make right now if I wanted to. But honestly, I'm not hungry right now, really. Where was I? Oh, what kind of music do you like? I listen to a mixture of things, but I would say I listen to lo-fi, specifically anime lo-fi. Oh, new follow. Thanks for the follow, Mia. Hey, Mia. Mia Kinsley. It's going well. I hope you're doing well too. But yeah, I like lo-fi a lot, like, and like anime lo-fi specifically, but I listen to lots of different types of lo-fi. I'll usually find like a playlist or videos with lots of lo-fi songs, and that's what I listen to probably like 80% of the time, I would say. Just because in my daily life it just kind of helps me calm down and just kind of like helps reduce my stress levels. But the rest of the time I listen to a mixture of EDM, dance pop, bedroom pop, pop punk, and post-hardcore sometimes too. About what's the backstory of your VTuber character? Like I said before, she's just kind of the unmasked version of me, the best and most genuine version of Zojie Raine, and also the person that I most want to be like. I'm not really using my model as like a separate character from myself, because to be honest, I don't have the spoons to manage multiple accounts, and I'm also a cosplayer, so people are obviously gonna know what I look like anyways, which I know some people might not like, but I think it's kind of a good thing, so people are reminded that I'm like a literal real person with feelings. I'm not just a 2D character. And I think that having like, I don't know, I have seen I think like Bow the Whale does like IRL videos too sometimes. I don't know if Bow streams like her regular self or not, because I haven't really seen anything recently that's like that. But I mean, honestly though, like, I think it's a good thing to just kind of, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like an option, but it doesn't have to just be like it has to be separate, it has to be a fantasy. Like, honestly, I think I've seen a lot of people who get crushes on VTubers and have like these parasocial relationships with VTubers that get really dangerous for them. It's like unhealthy for them, and it's dangerous for the VTuber. So, you know, like, sometimes I like to say, hey, you know, I'm real, so like there's a real person talking to you right now. It might be through like a 2D model, but it's, you know, it's a real person. Yeah, respect the flesh tuber, as they say, the big tuber's words, not mine. Yeah, exactly. You gotta respect the flesh tubers, you know, even the ones that don't show themselves IRL. Yeah, I also think it would be hard for me to just be a VTuber, because like if I ever decide to play like live concerts and stuff, like, I mean, I don't know, I just don't think like the cool like hologram Miku shit is like really in my budget. So, that would be really cool. And I would be like, oh yeah, like let's do it if I could. But yeah, I mean, I'm realistically speaking, I probably would cosplay as my VTube model before I would do something like that, which I could totally do. And actually that would be pretty fun to make a cosplay of my character, which really would just be, it would actually just be the outfit, because I don't know, like the pink eye, because everything else is pretty much the same, and the ears of course, but I actually have those IRL and I've worn them in some TikTok videos and things. How did you come up with your character's design? So the base design was made by an artist named Hayuki, but I have significantly tweaked it to match my own style, which I did have permission from her to do. My hair is naturally red, and one of my eyes is my real eye color, like I said before. I'll let you guess which one. I love pink and orange, and blue kind of goes with orange really well too, and I like purple a lot. And I feel like the top is like kind of close to that purple that I really like. That's a really cool idea for a convention. Some VTuber friends thought of the same idea. Yeah, like I think it would be really fun. I also think, I mean, God, it would be so cool to see people cosplaying as your VTuber character. That would be such an amazing thing. Fuchsia eyes? Yeah! That totally occurs naturally. Does your character have any special abilities or traits? Zojie is a singer and a cosplayer. What kind of adventures has your character been on? The adventure of getting rigged was quite rigorous for me. Yeah, more adventures to come. But yeah, that was a lot of suffering, to be honest. So yeah, if you ever want to make a VTuber character, even if you get help from an artist, be prepared to suffer a great deal, because it is not that easy, turns out. Yeah, but it's worth it, because once it's done and it's set up, then you have it and it's good to go. What kind of content do you plan to stream in the future? I'll probably stream games I like. I really like the Hoyoverse games. I have previously played Genshin a lot. I've also played Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero, because they're free and pretty entertaining and engaging, but I would do requests to play games too if people wanted. I also do plan to do music streams, but I need some time to create my own backing tracks, because I don't want to get hit with that young DMCA takedown notice. I'm also a music artist as well, and I feel like, violating DMCA is just not really like the vibe that I want to go for. I mean, I may also do some cosplay streams too, but since I'm still setting up my studio for that one will probably be the furthest off, to be honest. HSR has been my game of choice lately too. Yeah, I love Honkai Star Rail. I actually haven't played in a while, because Zenless Zone Zero came out, and I just wasn't super hyped up about going back to the Lafu. Like, I liked the Lafu, and I thought it was really fun, but I'm just like, really? We're going back? We just experienced Penacony, this amazing, like, dreamland, and then you're just gonna take me back to the Lafu again? Like, I don't know. I just was kind of like not really feeling that, but I am really interested in March 7th. I'm a huge March 7th simp. I love her so much, and I do want to like see her new form and like learn more about her and everything. So I'm excited to play it again. But yeah, I also was playing the new WoW expansion that came out, so I was just kind of vibing and just I wasn't really playing that much. And then I know I'm missing Genshin's Natlan and everything. So, but it's just like so many games, so much content to play and like do, and yeah, so I don't even know which one I'd want to play first. I probably would let people decide like which one because I don't even know which one I want to play first. I'm super overwhelmed right now in Honkai because I basically need to redo like all of my relics. Yeah, that's the Honkai one. Basically need to redo all my relics for like every single character, and I just got a little overwhelmed by that. You can still do karaoke streams. They just gotta be off Twitch. Yeah, so I've looked into that, and the problem with that is that you can still get a takedown notice because there's really no such thing as like a foolproof way to do it. It's just it just takes the wrong person reporting you. The music I have playing in the background right now is copyright free. There are tons of copyright free playlists. And I mean, like the most, like I've actually already had like a little snippet of something get removed, but it wasn't like a copyright strike on me. It was just like they just removed part of the audio, which is fine. That's okay, like for that sort of thing. But you know, I wouldn't want that to happen to like, there's just really, it's honestly like as soon as they update the algorithm to be able to detect that current method, because I know there's like a method using OBS where you can like hide from Twitch where the audio is coming from, but as soon as they update their algorithm, there's going to be people out there that get their accounts taken down. Like I just don't even trust it. Like I'm part of that, like the DMCA. Like I have songs that are copyrighted that are label, like through a label that like, you know, manages it, and like I know how they are. Like they'll get you eventually, and I just don't want to take that risk. I would never be the person that reported it or anything, because like I think that music should be fun, and like honestly Twitch really should just be paying artists like how you can pick a song on like YouTube shorts and TikTok and Instagram reels. You can literally like pick a song, and then the artist gets credited, and the artist gets credited, and I'm pretty sure that artists earn royalties as well every time you pick their song. So, you know, like, why don't we just like, why I don't understand why Twitch and like Amazon Music don't just get together and just like fix this, because it's just a real shame that people have to like skirt around this law. I don't think it's fair to streamers to do, and I don't think it's fair for musicians either, because that's like royalties we could be literally earning off of streams and stuff. I like, you know, and we don't really get paid that much per play anyways. So I don't know. I would think that I don't know, it just should be possible. If they can detect it in their system, then they should be able to, you know, just pay the royalties out. But I guess it gets complicated as to where that comes from. Yeah, I'm tired of the lawfu too. Yeah, I mean, I'm really sick of the lawfu, honestly. I just want a cool new place, but I'm gonna have to play it anyway to get to the cool new place when they make one. So, you know, it's just a matter of time. I will play it, and I'm sure that it's really fun and that I'll really like it. But yeah, I mean, I just wasn't super hyped to go back there again. But I mean, I did really like the lawfu. It's not like no hate to the lawfu. I liked the planet, the world, and everything. Yeah, it's hard after Penacony to go back to go backwards. Twitch and YouTube are run by absolute goobers. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is Amazon and YouTube is Google now. So yeah, I mean, Amazon literally has their own music. They have Amazon Music. And so I don't know why they don't just connect and, you know, just integrate the systems with something that already pays out royalties and just do it that way. Like, I don't really know why it has to be like, the streamers shouldn't be paying the price for, you know, it's like, y'all make $1 billion. Can you really not like afford to pay some artists like 0.00009 cents per play? Like, come on. Thanks for the offer, Mia. I really appreciate that you're an artist. I honestly, I don't really know right now. I really like my model as she is currently, but yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for the offer, and I'll definitely keep you in mind if I ever want to change anything. Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter mention they got their own personally made song. Struck. Yeah, that's another thing is I can't even play my own songs. Like, what? That's ridiculous. But all your friend would have to do is probably file an appeal, and because you have like a license to use your music, and it's, you know, like you can actually get it from your distributor. So definitely tell your friend that he can get that strike taken off, or they can get that strike taken off, because yeah, that should not be happening. Luckily that hasn't happened to me, because I mean, I use the same name everywhere, so I feel like people, it's like, duh, it's obviously her. Like, nobody's gonna like question that, hopefully. But yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry that happened, because yeah, that should not be happening. Do you have goals for your channel? Right now, my goal is to just grow my followers, but in the future, I'd like to do more performances, and I want to make cosplay more accessible for people of all sizes and backgrounds, since all bought cosplays from an online retailer are in Asian sizing only. And that's just not really fair to like all the other billions of people in the world who have different body types that don't fit their standard. I also want to make cosplays more comfortable to wear for neurodivergent folks, because that's probably my biggest issue personally, and the reason why I prefer to make my own cosplays. So there will be journey sharing and tutorials for this in the future on my Ko-fi page. So don't forget to follow my Ko-fi page so that you can see updates when they happen, because if I discover something, I will post it on there. What do you enjoy most about streaming? I love to perform and to feel seen and heard, since most of my life I've felt misunderstood or invisible. Obviously, it still happens sometimes because I'm not always the best at using the right words in the moment. And sometimes it takes me a little longer to like think of what to say. But I feel like streaming and performing like this allows me to express myself better than normal. And it just gives me, I don't know, it gives me a chance to like be seen and be heard and like have more experiences with people. I feel like it's also really good for me socially, because I don't really like do a lot of stuff like IRL because crowds really overwhelm me. And so I try to kind of avoid that. Like sometimes, like, I mean, like, I don't really want to be like sheltered and never go anywhere, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, I have to like drive and park and pay to park. And that's the other thing, everything costs so much money to go to. So, you know, it just kind of exacerbates the problem when I just like don't really want to like spend money to go places, and then not going places like increases the social anxiety that I'm feeling and like my fear of crowds. And yeah, it's just, it all feeds into each other really nicely. How do you prepare for your streams? Well, depending on the stream, it's usually just setting up my camera, microphone check, and the model, and I wear a headband to keep my hair out of my face so the camera can capture my expressions better. If I'm not gaming, I always make a list of topics to discuss so I can stay on track. Like, I actually have like a little tracker with the questions and like not like the total responses, but just like little like notes, because I will get distracted, and I probably still do. Like, I probably have gone way off rails. In fact, I know I've gone off the rails in this stream already, just kind of rambling, but I mean, that's just, it's a just chatting stream, okay? And like, you know, that's just kind of who I am as a person. So yeah, I try to just keep notes so I can at least like reorient myself to stay on track. Otherwise I'll completely lose my place. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else that I really do that's like all that interesting to prepare for my streams. I do have to try to like figure out what I'm gonna do, because I do a few different things. So I'm like, what am I gonna try to do today? Or next week. But I think honestly, after doing this, I may stream a little bit more often than just once a month. I think I might stream maybe once a week, and I'm thinking right now Fridays, but yeah, I might try to do that. Although I probably won't do it tomorrow, because I've had like the craziest week at work. Like, oh my gosh, like just so much going on right now that has me a little stressed. So I probably won't. I'll probably just literally loaf and rot in bed tomorrow, but probably next Friday I'll probably start to stream every week, because now I have my model and it's just a lot easier to prepare, and it's just way less, because like the bright lights again were just a big thing that was keeping me from streaming more often. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh, I can try something else. And yeah, this seems like a pretty extreme reaction to that. Making a whole VTuber model, working with an artist, the rigging, the customization learning, the software learning. Yeah, that seems like a really roundabout way to solve the problem, when you could probably just turn the light down. But you know what? Like, that's just who I am. That's just me. For IRL streams, yeah, that I also have to do my hair and makeup and stuff, and like not just so that I like look attractive, but mostly so that the camera can actually see me. In fact, I even wear makeup when I do VTubing, because my eyes are sisters, not twins. And so whenever I'm like if I don't have anything on my face, and the camera can't really, it like doesn't pick up my eyes as well, like the blinking doesn't really happen if I'm not wearing like at least some eyeshadow or something. So I do actually have to still get ready. I'm not like, I actually still look pretty cute, like even when I'm not even if like I'm using my model, I still like look nice and everything. Freeballing is the way to go, honestly. Yeah. VTubing is just good fun. Absolutely. I love like being a character and like having like a cute character that represents me, and like I like it actually does take like some skill that is very different than like what I'm used to. Like to actually make the facial movements, like you have to be very exaggerated in order to like make the face move the way you want. And so yeah, I think that it's like it's not as easy as people would make it out to be. Like even once you have your character and everything, it's like kind of a lot of work, but I knew that going into it because I've heard other VTubers talk about it. So I was very prepared in the journey of making my model. Okay, back to the fun random questions. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I would love to have super speed like Quicksilver. I think it would just be really handy to be able to basically pause time. I also really like Domino's good luck power in Deadpool. That one's a really cool one that I wouldn't mind having, and to be honest, I think that power really suits me as a person. Just in general, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain why, but I just feel like it's like, I just feel like it's a good, like it would fit me. I thought dimension hopping was cool before all the movies. Yeah. I love Deadpool so much. Like, I don't really watch superhero movies anymore because, like, I don't know, like, the last one, this is going to date me, but the last superhero movie that I was like really into was Spider-Man, but it was like the one with Tobey Maguire. And I saw like the newer one that had him in it because he made a return in it, and I just got really discouraged from the superhero movies because I was like, they're making another Spider-Man with a different actor. That is just ridiculous. They're just rehashing the same. Like, I just like was offended that Tobey Maguire just wasn't always Spider-Man. And so I just like kind of didn't watch superhero movies anymore after that for pretty much like forever until the new Spider-Man and also Deadpool. And I also like X-Men. I will say that Deadpool inspired me to watch X-Men, and I really like X-Men, but that's kind of it. I don't really watch any other ones because I've heard other people, like other fans, say that they're disappointed in like the newer movies lately, so I just really haven't like. And I mean, it was even like a running joke in Deadpool 3 the whole time. That it was just like he's cleaning up the timelines. Like, I think that's really great because, yeah, like, and that's why I didn't really watch any other movies. I don't really feel like I missed out on anything. Sorry, I was drinking water because I've been talking a lot and like I'm actually starting to get like a little tired. Have you seen the newest Deadpool? Yes, I did, and I loved it. I thought it was wicked funny, and I also got the cute little cup at the movie theater that they were doing. I will treasure it forever. Yeah, Deadpool is 100% my favorite superhero ever. He is the best. I will not be changing my mind on that. I will not be taking any other responses as to the best superhero is. It is Deadpool 100%. He's both the best and the worst superhero simultaneously, and that is what makes him the best. Movie theaters gotta calm down on the popcorn buckets, so based. Yeah, it's they're like really massive. Lots of popcorn, way more than I could ever eat. Even like the smallest ones. But they make it really expensive, I guess. Like, that's how they make all their money. What's your favorite movie or TV show? It depends on what I'm into at the moment. I've been watching Fairy Tale recently. Just absolutely, just disgustingly binging it. trying to catch up before I see any spoilers, and it's really good. Sometimes it feels a little slow because I'm used to watching the newer animes that are more engaging and fast-paced, but I just love the characters so much. I think I identify most with Lucy so far. The last movie I saw was Deadpool 3. So, I mean, I guess like that is like probably like my top movie right now. I don't really watch movies that much because I can't sit still for that long most of the time. So, yeah, like I don't know. Like it's hard for movies to hold my attention for that long. Whereas like TV shows, it's like it has a beginning and an end, and it's like if I want to watch another one, then I can. But yeah, there's no pressure. But movie, I feel like, okay, I have to sit here for 2 hours, and that is the only option that I have. Do you have any hidden talents? I can't think of any hidden ones. I pretty much show all my talents, but I guess I haven't really shown the full extent of my capabilities yet in music, since everything so far has been pre-recorded, but I look forward to showing everyone what I can do. What's one thing you can't live without? I don't think I could ever live alone. I've always kind of like wanted to, but then when it actually happened, it was like I get way too paranoid with nobody else around. And I also like need some support sometimes, mostly emotional support, but sometimes I need help with things that involve like really loud noises or smells. Like that can be really hard for me to deal with just on my own. I'm always willing to like help with it, but I get overwhelmed sometimes with things that are like super loud or like super smelly. How can viewers support you? There's lots of ways to support me completely for free, and actually pretty much this applies to everyone. But obviously beyond like normal Twitch follows and subs, people can like, comment, and share posts on social media. I'm Zojie Raine on all platforms, and I have links on my Twitch page too, so go follow and subscribe. I also have a link tree with my Spotify or YouTube music info, so you can follow me there too. I try to follow back and support creators too, so you really have nothing to lose. Hi, Savi! I take my comment back about being a pirate because I 100% need internet, sadly. Yeah, I know, right? Once you have it, it's hard to go back. Another thing viewers can do to support me is to join my online community and be an active participant. If you're 21 and up, my Discord offers more than just music and cosplay content. I designed it to be for everyone, so it's worth checking out. It allows me to communicate with viewers on a more personal level, and being an active supporter can help me grow. There's also a lot of cool people there already, so it's a great way to make friends with similar interests. Another way is to use my music in your TikToks, Reels, and Shorts. The next time you create and share short form content, consider searching for me, Zojie Raine. This helps to boost me in the algorithm while paying out royalties. It's a double win. Tell your friends, family, coworkers, and strangers. Your words have power. Whether you're sending a message online or chatting in person, talking could help out a lot. Plus, you might make a new friend. Another way to support me or other artists is to listen to the music for at least 30 seconds on your favorite music streaming platform you're already using anyway. With each play longer than 30 seconds, I'll get royalties. And plus, I can see a report of how many listens my tracks have, and it's always super uplifting to see other people listening to my music. Create a new playlist on your favorite streaming platform from one of my songs. So this one is huge, and this is something that a lot of artists like don't really talk about, but it's such a big thing. So if you create a new playlist from, let's say, like one of my songs, so if you take any Zojie song and you like right click it or press and hold it if you're on a phone, and you hit create playlist with that song, and then you go to that playlist and you add a few other popular songs that are kind of similar to the sound or similar to the genre, then that's one way that you can greatly boost the odds that the algorithm will suggest that song, or like my song in this hypothetical example, when a similar album or playlist ends and the autoplay kicks on, leading to more listeners. You can also add songs to an existing playlist if you have a popular playlist with similar music, but if your playlist isn't relevant to the music genre that of the song that you're adding, and it's not a particularly popular playlist, then the first one where you create a playlist is a lot more effective. If you're a content creator of any kind, invite me to collaborate with you. All you have to do is ask, and this benefits us both because it engages both your audience and mine, which ultimately increases traffic for both pages. Another way you can help is to offer to give feedback on new tracks. Most of the time, I probably have heard my track hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times until I don't even know how it sounds anymore. So offering to give constructive criticism and detailed feedback on my unreleased music can be such a lifesaver, and I love every single one of you who may either be watching this now or maybe watch it in the future on YouTube. Thank you so much for the people I have that currently do this for me, because honestly, I don't even think that like my tracks would have been the same without you. Another thing that you can do is to tell me or other artists why you like the music and how it's helped you sometimes. This just helps me to keep my spirits up, because being a music artist is competitive, it's not super lucrative, and often thankless. Yet the world wouldn't be the same without music, so tell me how my music helps you, how it makes your life better in any way, no matter how small you think it is. It may not pay my bills, but a little encouragement from time to time is really valuable to me. And the last thing you can do is check my Linktree for other ways that you can support me. So I have a lot of different links that like sometimes I'll have like affiliate discounts and things like that, which obviously like some of those aren't free. But I mean, if you were already going to subscribe to something anyways, then you might as well get a discount and also support an artist at the same time. And sometimes I also have little fun things in there just to help support like my friends that are also creators. Like if you're a music artist and you want to release your music on Spotify, there's a link in my Linktree to actually do that. And I do get, if you decide to go with that distributor, I do actually get a commission from it. So that would be an awesome way. For example, it's like not technically free, but if you were going to do it anyways and you wanted to do it, then you know, you might as well support an artist while you're at it. Do you have any plans for community events or collabs? I want to hold more events in my Discord, like game nights and virtual concerts and things like that, but I need more people right now to participate, so definitely join my Discord if you have Discord, and if you just tell me you're interested in that, we can put something on together. Again, I'm totally willing to collaborate if you ask. I'm honestly 100% down. What do you appreciate most about your viewers? I don't have a whole lot right now, but I really appreciate people who like my stories every day on Instagram, who message me and send me funny reels and TikToks, people who have bought my cosplay sets, and people who listen to my music and share it on their stories. It just means so much to me. Even if you haven't spent any money, it's still super helpful to get views and likes and comments and shares. So thank you guys so much for that. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm not always good at showing my feelings or appreciation, and sometimes I don't like respond to messages every single time, although I try to, but sometimes I literally don't know what to say. But I'm always so happy when anyone supports me in any way, because this is the real me. This is what I love to do. And it feels good to have people accept me for who I am and like the things that I make. So now that I'm kind of reaching like towards the end of the stream, we're kind of in like the last like 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna just kind of open up Q&A and just free talk. So if anyone has any questions that I didn't answer that you want to know, you can go ahead and ask. But otherwise, I'm probably just going to kind of like chill here and turn up the music and just kind of like vibe. I love your hair. Aw, thank you. It took me like a stupidly long amount of time to put the pink streak. I also did my makeup too. That was another update, which probably isn't super noticeable, but before I didn't have any eyeshadow, and I figured out how to do that. With permission from the original artist, of course, who is awesome. Blinking on questions, but stream was wonderful. Aw, thank you. You were wonderful too. Thank you so much for engaging with me during the stream. That like was really cool and meant a lot to me. So thank you so much. What's your favorite game to play right now? I actually haven't really been playing that many games. Probably, I mean, the last game that I was really into was World of Warcraft. I've been playing WoW. Was playing the new expansion for a bit, but I ran out of money. But yeah, when I play WoW, I played like a lot of things, or a lot of different types of classes over the years, but I started playing Arcane Mage, which is really fun. It was kind of complicated to learn, but I learned it, and I'm looking forward to playing again when I get paid. Because yeah, like I said before, earlier in the stream, I literally have less than $10 on my bank account right now, or it's kind of like around $10. And yeah, that PTO kind of just threw me off a little bit, but I'm, after next week I'll be fine again. It's just a little week of the struggle, little bit of the struggles. But yeah, after next week I will definitely be appreciating more snuggles, less struggles. I actually have a question for anyone that's listening, because it drives me crazy and I literally can't tell or not because if it's actually there or not. But on my stream, do you see a little green line or no? Because I swear Like, I'll test it like in a video and it's not there, but then I see it when it's on and I'm like, what is that? Yes, you do see it? Oh, see, like when I try it, wait, hold on, maybe I can fix it. What if I do that? No, that didn't really work. I fixed it yesterday, but it literally started doing it again today. And now it's like totally different, and I don't want to completely mess it up during the stream, but oh well. I mean, for now, it's fine. The stream's almost over, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But I am looking forward to playing Honkai again, and Zenless, and maybe even Genshin at some point, because I really miss playing with a controller so bad. I love WoW, but I just really like playing with a controller better. It's way more comfortable for longer periods of time for me personally. But you know, I mean, obviously you can't beat the accuracy of the keyboard and mouse, but I enjoy the controller experience. Classic. Nom, nom, nom. I love when I'm taking a drink from a straw, like it totally captures it so well. Well, it did the time before. It didn't really that much that time. That's so awesome. So the real question is, am I a cat girl with black tipped ears, or am I a fox girl? I mean, I was going for fox, but well, it depends. You got a bushy tail or not. So I actually could have a bushy tail. I have one that is not here right now because it's on vacation. But I honestly hide it because it's just really like distracting, I feel like, because it like wags around back there. It's like, so I tuck it in my pants. The orange hair does yell fox though. Yeah, for sure. I definitely, at least I'm pretty sure that I'm fox pretty. Like, although it's really hard to tell because it's like not real. It's like just a dumb TikTok term, but I think that I'm either fox. I think I'm fox pretty because I'm a redhead. Like, I just think that, like, I don't know. I don't really have sharp facial features, but at the same time, like, I don't think I'm bunny pretty either. I think I'm more fox pretty, like, just like the way my face looks. I don't think it's always about like angular face or not. I think it's mostly like the vibe. the vibe you give off. Yeah, it's all about the vibes. I can see it. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm Fox Pretty. It's like kind of embarrassing how much time I've put into researching Fox Pretty, Bunny Pretty, Deer Pretty, and all those other different ones. I think there's even like Alien Pretty, Bug Pretty. Like, there's so many different ones. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of subjective. Like, just depends. But I think I've deduced that I am Fox Pretty. Deers have been ruined for the season for me at the moment. Why? I don't really understand. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Or, I mean, I don't know. It will probably be entertaining for me to try to pronounce it. Shikanokan Nokushtantan. Yeah, I don't know what that's from, if it's a reference. There's a deer anime and it's brain rot funny? No way! I can't wait to go back to my brain rot anime after Fairy Tail, because I love brain rot anime. I watched, I don't know, God, what's it called? It's called, Momo-chan. It's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about like this guy who works as like a character on a kids show. And it's just like the funniest, like most ridiculous, like existential crisis humor. Like, it's so funny. Like, I honestly like kind of want to watch it again. Oh, I've seen a clip or two from that one. Yeah, it is really funny. It's amazing, and I highly recommend it. I loved it, and it's kind of like short and sweet, you know. It's not super it's not super long. But Fairy Tail is like, I think I'm like a little over halfway through the whole thing. It's like one of those really big ones, you know. And I'm not skipping fillers for it because I like the characters too much to skip all their development. Not everything needs to be a 1,000-chapter epic. Yeah, I totally agree. I think some animes being like short and sweet are really nice. As long as they have a good ending that like doesn't like end on a cliffhanger. But honestly, I'd rather they just like start and finish the story and it be really good than try to draw it out for multiple seasons and then you get canceled in like the first 2 seasons and then you never get to finish it. Didn't that happen with Spice and Wolf? I loved Spice and Wolf so much, and then it was so sad. Though I don't even know if I could watch it now because the older animes are kind of slower paced and I'm used to like fast paced, brain rot, constant animation in my face, like very engaging, very like, you know, like you can't look away. You maybe even want to stop watching, but you can't. You're locked in. What? They remade Spice Wolf? Are you joking or no? Joking or nah? Dead cereal? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to watch that, like, ASAP. I gotta find it. Oh my god, it's on Crunchyroll. Why hasn't it been advertised to me? I have really just been on that like fairy tale kick lately though. I have just like refused to watch anything else because I know as soon as I watch something else I may not go back to fairy tale because it's like it's a lot slower pace, you know, and I'm finally used to that like attention span. It took me a long time to get the attention span to watch it, but I'm there and I don't want to ruin it. I just need to watch it. I need to binge it. It needs to happen. That's how it be with marketing teams. The fall season's gonna be so good. Oh, I can't wait. There's nothing better to watch during the fall and winter than Spice and Wolf, I'm telling you. Like, Holo is... I literally have a giant poster of Holo in my hallway because I love her. And I've been eating lots of apples lately too. So it's perfect. It's perfect timing. One of my favorite mangas getting adaptation. ReZero's getting season 3. That's dope. What's your favorite manga? Manga. You'll have to watch Spice and Wolf? Yeah, definitely, because it's really good. I mean, well, like, if it's a new one, they probably made it with, like, you know, it's probably more modern now. But it did start kind of slow. Like, it had a kind of a slow start. And especially when they were talking about the money and stuff and, like, all the currencies and everything that you have to kind of understand in order to understand the show. Sometimes that could be a little... But overall, it's really good and it's worth it. It's also really cute. Don da Don. Really? I think that one might be on my list of on Crunchyroll. Oh my god, I just like cracked my back in 17 places. It's about boy meets girl. They each try to convince the other that aliens / yokai are real. That sounds amazing, honestly. I would be totally into that. That sounds really funny and cool and cute. I'm starting to get sleepy. If my arms could move, they would be rubbing my eyes right now. Coffee hours or tea hours? Morning time is coffee hours, afternoon is tea hours. Sometimes tea hours are also in the morning though, but it kind of just depends on the day. Like, on the weekends, I just kind of drink tea. But during the week, I like to have coffee in the morning. I like green tea the best. Matcha Love is my favorite green tea brand. And then I also like jasmine green tea a lot. And peppermint tea. For like an herbal tea, I like peppermint tea. And I like cinnamon and orange tea for an herbal tea too. Ooh, and Earl Grey is also like a really great morning tea as well. That's like up there. I love the smell of bergamot. Bergamot? I think it's bergamot. I'm not even a tea person. You're making me crave it. I mean, I gotta drink something to stay awake at my job, man. Sometimes I'm just very sleepy. Not that I don't like my job. It's just that, you know, I'm a very sleepy girl. Just a tad eepy. But at the same time, I like also have the energy of like 1,000 suns sometimes when it comes to things I really care about. So you take your EP with your 1,000 suns. The cosplay crunch must hit like a truck for you. Yeah. I think I mentioned earlier a bit that like I'm kind of in like a slump right now. There's not a cosplay that I'm just like I need to make that. Although right now if I got that I wouldn't be able to get materials to make it anyways until I get money again. So, yeah. So I'm not really trying to get that. Do you have any favorite conventions, or is it mostly for fun around? I mean, I like, so I've tried to go to Anime Boston a couple of times, but it hasn't really worked out. And before that, I originally am from Nashville, Tennessee, and I used to work at, actually how I got into anime and everything was I used to work at MTAC, Middle Tennessee Anime Convention, and GMX, Geek Media Expo in Nashville. Like I was really heavily involved, and I actually used to run sound for all the panels, and I would help set up the musicians and like the concert venues and stuff, and like kind of work with them to do sound check, because I actually went to part of what I went to college for was audio engineering. So yeah, I did live sound like way more than I ever did studio sound, which is what I do now. I don't really do live sound anymore, and the technology is probably totally different now too, because I know I had to learn a lot like over the last like year and a half, like before last year when I started kind of taking music more seriously again. Been to Anime Boston once? Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool and really fun. I would also really love to go to PAX. And like, there's a ton of other cons I would love to go to. I really wish I could go to some of the big ones in California, and like the like San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, I've also been to Dragon Con once. That was really fun. I like did like a full cosplay like craziness, and I didn't even like do social media or anything like that for it really, but I have a lot of great pictures from Dragon Con when I went. I was like, I did a lot of Final Fantasy X and 10-2 cosplays for that. My favorite was the Riku one from 10-2 that I did. That one was really fun. Unfortunately, I don't have that one anymore though. That was kind of a long time ago, because I have been in the Northeast now for like a long time, like I think almost 10 years. PAX was neat too. Loved Katsucon. Yeah, Katsucon sounds really fun. I have heard of that one. I think that one's like kind of coming up, isn't it? I think I actually looked that one up today to see like where it was, and I was like, oof, that would be a plane ride, unfortunately. Yeah, that one was really fun. That was kind of back when cosplays were a little bit less complicated though too, because all the Hoyo cosplays are literally crazy. They have so many little tiny accessories and little things all over them, and trying to like make that and make it comfortable is really overwhelming. But I'm gonna try to do it in a way that's like comfortable and like easy to wear, and that's not gonna fall apart. At least the Hoyo site provides their models for references. Yeah, for real. I'm really glad they do that, because it would be really hard. Otherwise, it's like they know what they do to us. Low-key, Honkai Star outfits look comfy but complicated. Yeah, that's why I started with doing like lingerie cosplays, because I was like, how can I cosplay this but without it being like this whole thing that I need like a whole space for? But then actually doing that made me want like a whole space for it to actually like make the real thing, because it inspired me to do it like more like the regular way. So I'm gonna try to do that now, but I don't know which one to do first. There's so many different choices and it's really overwhelming. I kind of want to do Gwenfin because I think I like could really pull her off well, and I really like her outfit and just vibe in general. But I think it would be, she's got like a lot of like little gold pieces, and that's gonna be something that is gonna be kind of hard to do. But little Gwei, yeah, I love Gwei. Gwei is probably top 3 for me character-wise. And then, of course, there's Robin. I love Robin. I actually have a Robin cosplay that I set up, and I still haven't worn it because it's kind of uncomfortable. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not really in the mood to get into that today. But I do want to do it, and I will. Eventually. I just got Fei Xiao, and I'm gonna cry if I can't get Robin again. Yeah. Did you not get Robin the first time? I don't know who the Xiao one is because I haven't played in a while. I think the last banner I was super active was the Robin banner. Skipped because I was poor after pulling for Sparkle. Fair. Fair and real. I actually pulled Sparkle and I kind of regret it because she's really like only good with certain characters. But I do really love Sparkle though. So, I mean, I live with it. Or maybe not certain characters, but she's really only good for certain situations. And I don't really like having to think about my teams like too much when I'm doing, at least when I'm doing regular story stuff. She's such a little gremlin and I'm honestly here for it. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked her character. I actually got emotional on her banner. And I've actually never really, even on Robin's banner, I wasn't that emotional. But for whatever reason, her banner was, or like her release video, launch video, like I was like literally emotional. I was just like, wow, I need this character. Even though I didn't even know what she did yet, I just like, sometimes you just really want a character. And like now I'm kind of like, well, she's not really good with a lot of the characters I have, but I mean, I don't know, I just still really like her. And that's another good reason to pull a character, is if you just really like them. And sometimes, I mean, I just use her with my Imbibitor Lune, and that is usually a pretty good pairing. My other top two gotta be Topaz and Firefly. Oh yeah, Firefly is definitely amazing, and I did pull Firefly, so I do have her. Topaz, I don't know if I got Topaz or not. But yeah, they're both really amazing characters. For sure. Well, I think I'm probably gonna go now because I'm getting super eepy. Honestly, if you get a couple characters you vibe with, makes a game like that way more easy to stick with. Yeah, exactly. And like, I was never gonna give up on it. I just took a little break. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. But thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I think I'm probably gonna start doing this weekly now on Fridays. So I'll see you not tomorrow, but the Friday after. Good night.